Woman, 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 nobody be like woman. There is no life without woman. Eh? But don't say I'm the one that say it too. I'm just following what Simi is singing for us this morning. Of course, if you just joined us, this is Rise and Shine Saturday. It's all about entertainment. It's about having fun. And the people who are behind all of the people giving us entertainment in this country, Actors Guild of Nigeria, all the acting and everything, home and abroad, and then they bring and come. So we want to talk to them this morning. The Akwa State chapter, we have the honor of welcoming the chairman, Actors Guild of Nigeria. He calls himself the Humanities Servant.
That's it.
And he's a graduate of communication art and film studies. Is a man that is well-rounded in the field. Mr. Robert Moon, good morning and welcome to Spectrum TV.
Good morning. So nice to be here.
Okay, so sitting beside Mr. Robert Moon is his able Secretary General, and this one shares my name more, Ambassador Frankie Francis. Good morning, welcome to Rise and Shine.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
Okay, good to have you joined us. I'm going to skip the question because you guys are already used to all these epic movie sites. So if I ask you about our road and how the journey was, you already might be used to something like that.
We are used to getting to such interior places, and coming to see this facility is wow, as usual.
As usual. Yeah. Well, let's get to first thing first. Congratulations to you, Mr. Robert Moon, and your team of EXCOs, Frankie Francis and the entire EXCO. I understand you guys just recently got, what's that word again you made?
Inducted.
Inducted?
Yeah.
Yes, elected. And sworn in, you know, as a new EXCO for Akwa State AGN. And I'd like to ask, the very first question, after the congratulations, AGN in Akwa has been like a silent graveyard, if we have to use that word. So, now that we have a leadership under your watch, tell us, Mr. Moon, what exactly are you bringing to AGN to bring it back to life and help the Akwa entertainment industry?
Thank you so very much for actually starting from the congratulations, because it was actually in order. Thank you so very much, Mr. Ime.
You're welcome.
Francis. AGN, Actors Guild of Nigeria, Akwa State chapter has come a long way, right from 2021, 2022, 2001, 2002, right? Yeah. 2002, quite a long time. And the moment it was established in Nigeria, it came straight to Akwa State. So by this time, AGN in Akwa State should be that organization or guild that people would love to belong. All the practitioners, the professionals in acting would love to identify with. So saying that has been like a graveyard that's being so quiet, yes, it may seem to be so, but with time, we're going to make sure that things are coming back. Being a communicator, a media person, at the arms of the first of AGN, you know, if you don't communicate, you perish. Maybe the AGN lacks that communication process. So we need to do a lot of publicity, communication process, to let people know that AGN, Actors Guild of Nigeria, is actually in this state. And then those who want to develop their talent in acting should be able to identify with her and make sure that they belong to it so that they can be properly guided. Because there are a lot of benefits accrued to those who are members. And many people don't even know this. So, what am I going to do? One, publicity. And I've even launched Action Watch, a magazine, for the first time, even across the country. This is the only chapter that we're going to come out with something like this. Action Watch. Action Watch is a magazine that is all about glitz, glam, and action in the States and beyond. Okay. So that actors in Akwa State will be placed on the global space for marketing, branding, and premium jobs. We are complaining we don't have premium jobs here. This is an opportunity. And with all this program, it will come back. And then, talking about to revive AGN, consistent training for actors and everything.
Okay.
Okay, now you said Actors Guild of Nigeria has been in Akwa since 2001.
Yeah.
2001.
It's 2000.
2000.
Yeah.
2000. Let's say that's almost like more than 20 years right now. And I would like to know, what is the capacity, what is the member strength of AGN in Akwa Ibom State?
Yeah, we have about 10,000 members, about that number, because it's not just about you. We have...
I mean Akwa Ibom State.
Akwa Ibom State, that's
yes.
what I'm saying. It's not about you. We have different satellite chapters. We call it units across the 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State. So we have members from those local government areas.
And so if you have close to 10,000, do you have active members, or they are just numerical members?
Yes, if you listen to what Francis was trying to establish, you know that we have active members and passive members and those who are just there. So it will be a time like this that we need to ensure that there are some programs of activities that will bring people who are passive to be active, those who are silent to be communicating, to be functional, because it happens in all organizations, even the engineers association, the medicals, all fields. We know all these things. Even in schools, colleges, there are active students and there are passive students. So the same thing applicable to Actors Guild of Nigeria. But I must tell us, because I've been a researcher, for you to understand the problems, to find solution to problems, you must understand what would be that thing you have to create so that the problems can be solved. There must be activities to make people who are not active to be active. Engagement, which is why my manifesto title, I capture it as in, I captured my manifesto title as the Administration for Effective Engagement. And I brought out this publication. Effective Engagement for Rebuilding of Actors Guild of Nigeria.
Okay. So when we talk about effective engagement, it means the secretary has got a whole lot on his plate. So, Mr. Secretary Frankie Francis, my namesake.
Yes, thank you.
How does it feel to be AGN's Secretary General? And, you know, as the secretary, the bulk of the responsibility to make sure everybody is carried along with what is happening comes to your table. What are your plans? How active do you plan to be? How do you plan to engage your people?
Yes, it has always been in my place to be part of the team that will reform, rebuild, and rebrand AGN Akwa Ibom State chapter. I started since I had this trip since 2013. I've been nurturing this. And
so 11 years later, the dream has materialized.
So we are ready to engage the artists in training, which is very important. We are also ready to engage our members in taking care of welfare and training, and production, which is very, in short, that is
the
even
core,
the
heart
core,
of it.
the core, which is the production. That is the core. In short, we tag that AGN production.
Okay.
Producing short movies. That is what will bring those passive members back to the industry.
Okay, so the focus of our conversation is AGM Akwa Ibom State, issues, concerns, and the way forward. So let's look at some of the issues. Let me come back to you, Mr. Moon.
Okay.
What made AGM to be so quiet over the period of time it's been quiet? Was it a leadership problem? Was it administration? Or was it the general cliche conversation of people don't like to belong, people don't like collaboration when it comes down here? What exactly was the problem?
Yeah, it's all encompassing. Some of the reasons may be stereotypical.
Okay.
People just perceive and assume that these are the problems, but in reality, it's about people's choices of certain thing or belongingness in a time. So you attend a church and the church is not giving you back what you expected. So it's a matter of expectations.
Okay,
And
so
the
when the expectations are not there,
correct. So people tend to withdraw, take a back, go a back and stay and monitor. But I must tell us this time round, a lot of members of Actors Guild of Nigeria are very much keen, very interested in what is happening in AGN now, because they have seen the blueprint from the time of our manifesto presentation till the second month now. This is the second month. And they've seen what we are trying to draw up. Over 5 committees, different heads. For example, we have the heads of strategy planning, head of social dialogue, head of bargaining, collaborative partnership, branding, marketing. They have seen all this thing coming up. They have not been there. So saying that why people were not, okay, one, people may have that mind of, I'm not really seeing what I want, so let me just wait. And now some say, okay, they don't even have money to register. Don't forget, Actors Guild of Nigeria, you have to register to become a full member, okay? So some had the financial constraint of not able to register and come up fully. And some have registered and have not been able to meet up with audition. So when they fail consecutively audition, they go back. They get discouraged.
So whose fault is it when you fail an audition?
So
is it AGN's fault?
No, it's not. It's not.
Individual.
But being a solution solver, being a problem solver, being somebody who is trying to be very proactive, being a researcher, I've also seen that there are so many issues we can address as an organization. One, if somebody cannot make it during audition, that means you need to call them back for training. If our members are not engaged in several premium jobs in the country, you need to call them back for training. Let's address this issue. Well, once we address this issue, we'll see the solution, the pathway. For example, AGN training curriculum, the course outlines are out. For example, actors will learn the acting techniques, scene study, character formation, speech and voice manipulation, auditioning, script analysis. They will learn a lot of things. In fact, the acting business, because some act and they don't make money from it and they get discouraged. So they will be exposed on how to get to understand the acting business and other technical skills concerning camera, because you can't just act without knowing the camera angles, movements, and distance. There are some techniques involved in just not just rendering your lines,
a fine face and a fine voice.
And no, it's not all about that. Acting is beyond just delivery of your lines. To understand the technicalities, the processes, the movements, and all those things. That's what we call physicality and movements. They will study, they will learn technicality and movement, and other specialized skills.
Now you've said, you made mention of, I mean, initially when you were talking, you said some joined and they do not get what they want. I would like you to, the expectation is not being met. I would like you to state out, clearly, what are the responsibilities and duties of AGN, most especially in Akwa Ibom here. Can you state them out so that probably an actor who is watching right now and have not had interest of joining, probably when he hears or he or she hears will be able to know. That's the first question. Then secondly, when you finish, I would like you to focus more on the training part. There's an incident that happened last week in Akwa Ibom where I'm not going to mention the organization. They had an issue and they said a particular organization came to Akwa Ibom and did an audition and did not pick Akwa Ibomites. And the reason why the person said was because the people here were not really trained. They were not up to the standard of what they demand. So I would like you to also focus on the training part.
Yes. Starting from the benefits.
Yes.
I must tell us and all the viewers out there that the benefit that can be given, people can benefit from Actors Guild of Nigeria is constitutionally based. They are all enshrined in the constitutions. And this goes across the entire state chapters of AGN. So it's not only going to be a Akwa Ibom state thing. One, a member is entitled to welfare. Welfare during your anniversary, with their marriage, right? Benefit to welfare in terms of when you have to bury your loved one or something like that. There's also benefit of insurance. Have you not heard and seen on social media that celebrities we've seen have been so much making money at the point of their crisis? They don't have money to take care of themselves because they fail to articulate the process of insurance. So they also benefit to the benefit of insurance if they are ready to apply for it and ready to go through the process of insurance. Insurance benefits, welfare benefits, training is there in the Constitution that actors from time to time must be trained. So when those things are not there, they are lacking behind. They are having this problem of not meeting up the standard. And apart from that, the benefit of camaraderie, fellowship, always meeting at one point in time, sharing problems and getting problems solved. We all have problems, financial constraint in terms of crisis, medical aid, and all that. We usually assist our members. Just yesterday, we returned from 2 burial events, Akwa and one in New Year. So those involve packages and giving them that solidarity, comforting them, condoling with them. Yeah. Sense of belongingness. Many are out there, they don't have that sense of belongingness because they refuse to identify with Actors Guild of Nigeria. So if you're out there, is this the time for you to come in? Because we all know what we can give to you.
Okay, let me come to you, Frankie.
He asked 2 questions about
okay. Just before you ask that question, there's something Frankie did. So, Frankie, let's talk about, just before we come back to him to answer the second question, what are the procedures to get to be a member of the AGN? Because when he's listing all of these things out, I'm watching, I'm listening, and I'm saying, okay, I like what I'm hearing. I like, the incentives of that comes with being an AGN member. But how can I register? What qualifies me to be an AGN member? Can you take us through that?
Yeah, thank you very much. What qualifies a person to be an AGN member?
It's very simple.
Interest. Just show an interest. I like this family because AGN is a family. I love this family. I want to be part of it. That is first. Because when you show interest, then there is registration process of 30,000 naira. You pay
That's huge.
Yeah.
And you'll be given an ID card, not even from the state, from the national. A well-recognized ID card.
Let me just tip in there because AGN is affiliated with the International Federation of Actors. So once you have that registration, an ID card, you can go to anywhere in the world.
Is this 30,000 naira a general fee or is just in Akwa Ibom? General fee across the country.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So with this, you are a member of AGN.
You said interest. So what if I am an actor and I don't have interest to join you?
But with all these things we are trying to do now, you're definitely going to have interest.
No, with all the programs we have, that will interest you to be part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you cannot even act without being all actors. This is a family of all actors.
I must also say that as part of the goodwill of this administration, if anybody has 18,500 naira, he or she can start the process
Of registration.
registration without being disturbed for a certain period of time.
Okay.
So it's not going to be this hard kind of serious, strict process of if you don't have 30,000, you can't come close. No, even when you don't have shishi,
you can start coming.
Start coming.
So I can start coming to
Yes. Every last Thursday of the month is AGN meeting. Just come. Just come. You can raise the money in 3 months, in 6 months, whatever it is. Over time you pay up. But I know, but once you pay 18,500 naira, this administration will have a way of protecting you for some years or some months.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want people. Because our interest is not just about the guild, it's also about the state.
Okay.
Our people, our talent, the young ones who want to develop their talent, their passion in acting.
Okay, now just go back to the
the training.
Before I fire Frank again.
Okay, yes. Like you established that some person complained that they attended audition and they were not opportune.
Not in AGN, it's somewhere else.
Yes, somewhere else, not in Akwa Ibom State per se. It may just be in Akwa Ibom State or anywhere.
It was in Akwa Ibom, but just go on.
Okay. So they attended audition and they were not privileged to be cast for the job. Fine. I must say that this also has to do with their predisposition to prepare. Predisposition for preparation. To be alert, to understand what auditioning is all about. Which is why we must emphasize on this training, which of course, next month, September, just beginning tomorrow, 25th, we have training for actors and would be actors. Would be actors.
I love that.
Even
So that means if I'm not acting, if I have not been acting before, and I need to come
You
there.
are free to attend the training because
Please write the date down for me.
Now, Miss will write date
because after the training, you will so love to be so interested to join, to register in AGN. Now, the training is about this. We have released this action watch. If you check through page 3, we have the course outlines ready for AGN Akwa training. Published so that they can understand the course outline and how serious this training is all about. How can someone be exposed to acting skill for 3 good days, scene study, character formation, voice and speech manipulation, script analysis, auditioning techniques and success, how to succeed or gaining roles or being cast for a role during audition, and acting business and specialized skills which would hint on what the director or the cast director know, because we must let the actors know what you know as a cast director. But when you know what you know, I know what you know, I'll be able
and
to.
you know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And you know how to give it to me.
Most of those guys who attend audition or ladies who attend audition do not understand, do not have an idea of what the cast director wants.
Okay.
The thing is all about. Some of them just go, well, makeup glammed. You don't know if this is going to be glamour or epic movie or stuff. You're already glammed. You don't understand. So we need to learn this thing and know that if you go out there naturally, they'll see your natural beauty. You can be positioned for glam, for epic, for anything. Just be yourself. What are you dressed? What are your dressing? What are your appearance? What are your composure? It says stis and composure. Some go there and lose that stis and composure.
There is no demur.
They don't demur.
So I didn't believe you guys would drag me to this demur conversation.
Oh, you didn't want to demur.
I just don't want to demur. I just want to stay on my lane.
There was no demur. There is no cutesy.
So we have experienced, trained professionals who will be engaging these trainees on all these modalities, indicators, and the technicalities.
Okay, so Francis, please, okay. Let me just follow that train of thought, because I was going to come ask you the trainers, who are the people, who are the facilitators. We have, God bless us in this state, we have, Akwa Ibomites who have made it to the big screen.
Yeah.
So who have made it, they're doing well in Nollywood, in international, so they're doing well. So is there a kind of structure where they come to teach these people? I do not want to start listing their names.
Okay.
I mean, where they come to teach these upcoming people that are, through the training, because it has a way of them opening up their minds that I want to learn. This person has been there. I understand. Is there a kind of collaborative effort with AGN and those people who are already in the mainstream right now?
Yes, we are working in it. It's in the process.
Okay.
A few years when we have our Akwa filmmakers town hall, we have also arrived at this point of training, and we have made contact to some persons who will come in, the like of KP Basi Payne.
Okay.
And he has always been on ground, handy to help us here in the state. And we also have our members who are not just practitioners, but professionals in the academy.
Okay.
I mean, a lecturer, a professor of theater art, who have been doing this business. They are the ones bring out these course outlines. They know the techniques, and those guys who are conducting this audition, they studies in New York Film Academy. The white guys, the Hollywood guys, they make good use of theories. You understand? Part of the course outline is the acting theories. If you understand the theories, the models of acting, you'll be able to apply it. Which is why you see the foreign movies are so calm, relaxed. The delivery, interpretation is always real, in real time, because they know the principles, they know the models, they have people they following, studying. So in the training, we will have experts from the academic environment to the field. But when you see someone who is always there on screen over the years, for 30 years now, you'll be motivated, you'll be encouraged to share that experience. Because the first thing the person will do is to share his experience of success. and how he went about it, how he did it, how he made it.
Yeah.
So that's the first-hand thing people will learn from these experts. Seriously, there are processes to engage more of them. Don't forget, the training will not just be, the course is enormous, vast. So you don't just be only once. It will be in batches. First batch, second batch, and all that. So September, first batch. December, second batch. March, third batch. With this, man, actors in our country will compete favorably anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Because the curriculum service from the New York Film Academy.
Wow.
Yes.
So it's a lot to stomach, and there's a lot you're bringing to the table. But it's a whole new conversation. You're bringing training. I'll come to you, Frankie. What is the receptiveness of the members? Because you can bring up these beautiful training ideas, and then the people who are supposed to be beneficiaries are just drinking palm wine somewhere in the village, and they're not interested in it. So how has the publicity been, and what is the reception of the members of the AGN towards these lofty plans?
Yes, based on response, because when we had the course outline and we showed it out to people, the response shows that a lot of people are interested, especially the upcoming artists. Now, even to add to what my chairman said before, all these names mentioned, you may gain from them by their experience, because not all will be able to impact. That is why we have a person like the professor in the line, Mrs. Becky or Cindy.
That's a strong name.
She's a professional. So this name alone attracts participation. If you just anywhere in Akwa Ibom in Nigeria, you hear that Becky is the one who is to anchor this training.
And the chairman of the training committee.
So everyone will want to be part of it.
Yes. Another thing you need to understand is my committees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over 60 members already in the committee. So you see the legitimacy of the government, of the administration. 60, almost 60 persons. And you see that these are all the who is who in the state. They are here. So there is that acceptability, there's that legitimization. Another thing about the acceptance is that we have changed our task force into liaison and task force, where they don't go out there to fight people to register. They only go out there to embark on advocacy, orientation. People love this. They will go on advocacy to advocate that people should come out, people to come and embrace this new administration with the lofty ideals and programs that will help them succeed. And before this training, there are about 2 auditions that will take place in the state. So we announce it to them. One audition can have like 200 participants, 150, 100, and that's enough for training. I'm not going to have these mass choir kind of 8,000 mass choir. No, we are looking for 50 cluster, 100, 30 cluster. See, if we can train 30 persons to come up with professionally, well equipped, men will make noise in the country and all over the world. Again, another indicator to show that people like this, who enjoy this training, is that we have town hall meeting at Tropicana. Remember?
Yeah,
people talked about training. Essay to the governor on entertainment, senior SSA, invited all the stakeholders in the industry to come for to her talk. The emphasis from the industry, film industry, was just training. I mean, several opportunities we have to engage in discussion like this. We talked about training. So training is very keen and very timely too.
Okay, now it's a lofty ideas, lofty plans and innovation you're bringing on board. One will want to wonder about sustainability. This is what your administration is coming about.
Yeah.
What is the faith, or what is the hope that the next administration that will come after you will be able to sustain this momentum you are gathering already?
Yeah. So people learn from the toddler, grow into a child, a kid, an infant, then teenager, and young adult, then adult to learn. So whoever needs to succeed us must learn from now.
Okay.
You need to see the blueprint we laid now,
Foundation.
the foundation, and follow.
They did a good one.
Yes, definitely.
Build on it.
We did not come to see anything late, so they will come and see something late, and they will build upon it.
Okay.
By God's grace. So.
By God's grace, there's a lot more conversation in terms of using the Actors Guild of Nigeria, to drive employment in Akwa Ibom State, which is a major issue, and we know that people are making millions from the content industry. That conversation, we're going to push it down to the radio because our time here is fast spent and we have to say goodbye. But just before we go, in one word, your word of advice to everybody who wants to be a part of what is happening.
Okay, in one sentence, I would say that you need to develop your passion, your dream of becoming an actor. Wherever you are in the world, in the village, try as much as you can to come to Akwa Ibom State, live and invest. Develop your potential and pray that God will see you through. Actors Guild of Nigeria Akwa Ibom State chapter has come to stay with lofty ideals and modalities and things, activities that will help you succeed in this state as an actor. This administration is all about you, the people. So we are here to serve. Having been a humanity servant, I'm here to serve.
Any last word, Secretary?
Just let me key into what my chairman has said. In one of his statements, he said that this administration of engagement, we are going to give it back to the people. That is a democracy
kind of administration.
Yes, for the people, by the people,
and
from the people. So we are not alone. We are working with people. So we are calling on Akwa Ibom people to be part of it. Anybody can invest.
NGOs, government create an enabling environment for us to thrive.
Yes.
Then different investors to come into Akwa Ibom and invest in filmmaking so that our actors will have serious engagement in acting.
All right, from me, Manuel, and myself, this is the size of a package this morning.
Yep.
Remember to make good use of the information we've brought to you and to enjoy the rest of your weekend. From us to you.
Bye.
Okay, now I really appreciate this look better.
You rise and shine Saturday.
Now that takes me to the question.